Most people don't ruin their lives because they're stupid. They ruin them because they act senselessly. And senselessness is the very first duck you meet in Duckland. I call this the senseless duck. It was a crisp October morning in North Ogden, Utah. The frost was melting off the grass, the pumpkins in the garden were glowing orange, and Ben Lomond Mountain stood above the valley with a fresh dusting of snow. It was one of those mornings that makes you grateful to be alive. And for me, it was Saturday, which meant one thing: college football. I settled into my favorite chair with enough snacks and Dr. Pepper to last the afternoon. Life was good. The game was on. Everything was perfect. Until a blood-curdling scream exploded from the backyard. I jumped to my feet. Every terrible possibility raced through my mind. Someone fell. Someone was hurt. Something was wrong. My young daughter burst through the back door, tears streaming down her face. She was sobbing so hard she could barely breathe. I knelt beside her and asked, "What happened, sweetheart?" Between sobs, she finally managed to say, "Corbin pulled my hair." Relief washed over me. She wasn't seriously hurt, just upset. Corbin, my son, was full of life, funny, energetic, endlessly entertaining. And like many older brothers, he found great joy in teasing his younger siblings. A few minutes later, Corbin and I sat together on the couch.
Corbin, you know it was wrong to pull your sister's hair.
I know.
You know it upset her.
I know.
You know it interrupted everyone's afternoon.
I know.
You know your brothers and sisters probably won't want to play with you now.
I know.
Then why did you do it?
I don't know!
That answer has stayed with me for years. And here's the truth. It's not just the answer of a child. It's the answer of adults, too. Most of us already know far more than we practice. We know what's right. We know what's wrong. We know what we should do. We know what we shouldn't do. Then comes the question that exposes everything. Then why did you do it? And the answer, for children and adults, is often the same. I don't know. Years ago, I worked as a night auditor at a hotel. My shift ran through the night, so I checked in many of the guests who arrived after midnight. One night, a man staggered through the front door with two women on his arms. He was drunk, vulgar, loud, and completely out of control. He bragged about his lifestyle, used language that would make a sailor blush, and announced to the entire lobby, "There's nothing like waking up in the morning with two naked women." Hours later, around 6 in the morning, the two women quietly left the hotel. Shortly afterward, the hotel manager walked in, excited. "Did you check in our special guest last night?" he asked. "I'm not sure," I said. "He represents the Dale Carnegie organization. He's here to conduct one of their seminars." I smiled. "I've read Dale Carnegie's book several times. I can't wait to meet him." Then the manager pointed across the lobby. "That's him." I just stood there. The man who had been drunk, vulgar, and completely out of control was the same man who would soon be teaching Dale Carnegie's principles. And in that moment, I realized something important. Knowing the right thing and doing the right thing are not the same thing. Most of us already know far more than we consistently practice. That's senselessness. In Duckland, the senseless duck knows better. He knows gossip is wrong. He knows lying is wrong. He knows procrastination is wrong. He knows losing his temper is wrong. He knows, he knows, he knows. Then comes the question, then why did you do it? And the senseless duck always answers, "I don't know." Because senselessness isn't stupidity. It's the gap between knowing and doing. But every duck reaches a moment, a pause, a breath, a decision, the point of volition, the moment where the duck stops saying, "I know," and finally says, "I'm going to do something about it." And in that moment, the duck transforms. Duck becomes human. Avoidance becomes action. Knowing becomes doing. That's the first step out of Duckland. Senselessness is habit number 1, the gateway habit, the foundation of every other self-defeating behavior. It's not ignorance. It's not lack of intelligence. It's not stupidity. It's failing to live what we already know. A doctor who smokes knows better. A financial expert who overspends knows better. A marriage counselor who neglects their marriage knows better. A parent who loses their temper knows better. We all know better, yet sometimes we don't do better. That's senselessness, and it's the first duck you must defeat. One senseless choice rarely changes a life, but thousands of them do. Thousands of tiny moments where we duck responsibility, duck discipline, duck the truth, duck the apology, duck the opportunity. Those moments become habits. Those habits become character. That character becomes direction. And before long, people find themselves living in a place they never intended to go. That place is Duckland. The encouraging news is this: if senseless habits can be learned, they can also be unlearned. And the moment you begin asking, "Why did I do that?" instead of making excuses, you've already taken your first step out of Duckland.